Hi guys, it's me again. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and let other viewers come online here. I had a busy day. How did you guys do? Hi. I'm waiting for a couple more people that I know said we're gonna be on tonight. Looks kind of Christmassy in my house tonight, huh? Okay. Hello. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes. Usually about 5 minutes after 8:30, we have some people coming on, and I don't have a whole lot to cover like I usually do, but what I do have, I want everybody to be able to see. But I was doing some research today on the state legislature and the Secretary of State website today. I was looking into things, looking up links, looking up steps that we can take as citizens, as people. Hello. Okay, so tonight we're going to go over some action steps. Right after this live video, I'll be posting all of the links that I click on and reference to. I've got my computer in front of me. There's a couple of exciting things that I found today. And a couple of not quite so exciting things that I found today, but I'm pretty sure that we can use them to kind of get a jump on 2019 a little bit as far as fighting for our Second Amendment rights goes. But then again, I'm new to all this. So we will see. We will see. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to start with proposed initiatives for gun legislation that were filed and haven't really gone anywhere. The first one, and I'm going to click on this link, and I will post all of these links that I click on. I'm going to post up at the top of the page in the files section, and I'll also post them in the announcements, because these are where it has all the instructions for everything from writing an initiative to writing a referenda to going to committee meetings and testifying before committee. It has everything you need to know. All of these links, they have the contact info for your legislator. They have pre-filed bills that our representatives have been filing before they were due, before the official filing date started. It has we had information about how to go to committee and how to behave when you're there and how to word your testimony so that it's effective, so that it gets their attention, so that they hear it. So that's the stuff that we're going to be going over tonight. I'm going to start with proposed initiatives of 2019. I found these on the Secretary of State website. These are the only two that I found regarding firearms in any capacity. All right, so we're going to go here. It's the Secretary of State website, initiatives and referendums. it says these proposed initiatives have been filed in 2018 to be submitted to the 2019 legislature. All right, and then it goes into a list of initiatives. And then you scroll down through the list. All right, here we have one that was filed way back on March 14th of 2018. Okay? And this was to the legislature. So these aren't going to get voted on by the people. This is what people have written as citizens to the legislature as an initiative they want the legislature to vote on. Now, the legislature can either choose to vote on it, or they can choose to send it to the people, or they can choose to put in an opposing measure that goes on the next ballot. All right, but they have to do something with this if it meets the signature requirements. Now they have until July. They have until July of this year to get those signatures. So what this person did is they filed it back in March. Okay, and you can start filing an initiative to the legislature. You can start filing it. Let me see. Oh, there it is. You can start filing initiatives to the legislature. Like this one, March 14th, 2018. You can start filing them in March of the year before. And then they go in front of the legislature the next year at the next legislative session, but only if you get enough petition signatures. And I'll get into how many signatures currently are required on an initiative petition. All right, but we're going to go here. We're going to look at this one right here. All right, and then under this list, you just click on whatever initiative it is you want. Like this one, the basic information in the little box here is minimum age to purchase a firearm and ammunition raised to 21 years old. All right, well, no duh. 1639 kind of already did that. Sorry, dude. Someone got the jump on you too. It was filed March 14th of 2018 at 7:55 a.m. And this is going in front of our legislature. This is nothing we get to vote on. Unless the legislature decides we get to vote on it. Like, no, we ain't going to touch that. Put it to the people. Okay? So this is, under here, you click on that, and it gives you a link to click on the ballot title. And it takes you to a PDF of it. Okay. And then you can go in and read basically the summaries, what it's going to say in the voter's handbook. This one, initiative measure number 978, concerns firearms and ammunition. This measure, and this is an actual measure that's going into the legislature this time around. Okay, so this is something we need to be prepared for, because this guy, you know, is raising the age for firearms. 1639 already did that. Well, 1639 is tied up in the courts. So just in case, what if they pass this one? You know, we don't want them to pass this one to circumvent 1639's question of constitutionality, because then what's the point? Well, we're all looking over here at what the courts are doing. This gets slipped through in the legislature. We're saying, nah, we don't want that. This measure would prohibit sale or transfer of firearms to persons under 21, with certain exceptions, including transfers between family members older than 18, and prohibit firearm ammunition sales to anyone under 21. All right, and then again, in the same box, you just click on View Complete Text. And it has the entire text of the proposed initiative. All right, and now on a proposed initiative that's amending or adding to current laws. Anywhere you see the underlines, I don't know how many of you already know it, but anywhere you see the underlines, that is added text. That's brand new. It hasn't been added before, if it's in an existing section. Now, if you scroll through and you find something that says new section, that's an entirely new proposed addition. That means the entire section doesn't exist yet. All right. So there was that one. And then the next one I found was way down here at the bottom. I'm looking for it. I'm scrolling through for it. Because this one is actually to allow concealed carry on school grounds. That was my father-in-law. Hi, Dad. Randy, can you see what he was needing? Make sure I'm not having issues, technical issues again. I'm looking for it. I can't find it now.
Are you on your laptop video?
No, I'm on my phone, and he keeps calling my phone. All right, and this one was basically, I can't find it now because I don't know if they took it down or what happened to it, but I honestly do not see it anywhere. But it was concerning. It was concerning concealed carry firearms in our schools, allowing employees to carry firearms in our schools. It was your dad, dude.
My dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I called the wrong dad.
Another interesting one that I found, but I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail about it, is term limits for politicians. Right? We want that, don't we? Go on this website and check it out. All right, I'll post the link when I'm done with this. All proposed initiatives to the legislature can be found on the Secretary of State's website. That's where you go. All right, and I will post a link up in the announcements section and in the files section. And all you got to do is go up there on our very own group page and click that link, and you'll be able to see everything I'm talking about, all the steps, everything. All right, initiatives to the people. That's what I'm wanting to file, right? Our repealment initiative of 1639. They can be filed starting January 5th of 2019 and all the way up to July 5th of 2019. Okay. So initiatives, we're still here on the Secretary of State website. Okay, and you go in to, you have up here voters, candidates, initiatives, and referenda, education outreach, research, administrators, contact info. All right, it's all right there. So then we go in and we go to filing resources. All right. And on the filing resources, we have the dates and deadlines. Initiative filings to the people, January 5th, 2019 through July 5th, 2019. March 14th, 2018 through January 4th, 2019 are initiative filings to the legislature. All right. And right here it says file an initiative. We have a link for initiative filing instructions, file online, guidelines for ballot measure committees, initiative and referenda handbook. That's what tells you how to write your initiative, how to put all the proper headings on there, how to label new sections, how to underline, how to score out, all of that. And then over here on the right under filing resources, you can look at affidavit for a proposed initiative, an affidavit for proposed referendum, petition status, circulating petition. All right. And then up here on the right-hand side, it says initiatives to the legislature filed in 2018 to the 2019 legislature. That's where I found mine. And initiatives to the people filed in 2018. They don't have any of the new ones yet. But they will, and that's where they'll be. Okay? And then initiatives gathering signatures. That tells you what initiatives are currently in circulation to be signed, to be put on the ballot, or to be sent to the legislature. That's where we're going to find all of our information to know what's going on. That's what's going to tell us what we have to go against, what we have to defeat. Read it, educate yourself so that you know what it is that you're protesting, so that you know what it is you're going to go and testify about, so that you know what it is you're signing, so they can't pull one over on you and say, oh, it's for this and such. Well, it's not for this and such. It's because they want to take our guns, right? That's what happened in 1639. All right. Now we're going to go over here to the initiative and referenda handbook. Now, there were some questions about how many signatures we need on an initiative petition to get it on the ballot for the people. All right, and I went back in here and I verified, all right, the minimum the petition signature petition sheets are due early in July. The minimum number of signatures that you need as of the most recent election for governor is 259,622. All right. 259,622. Now they recommend that you get about 350,000, about an extra 100,000 signatures. They recommend it, but it's not a requirement. You do want to have quite a few extra signatures to allow for illegal signatures, non-registered voters, lack of updated address, that sort of stuff, or duplicates, right? All right. And they must be submitted, the petitions must be submitted no later than 5 p.m. January 4th, 2019. That's for this year. All right. So we're a little bit late on that, but that's okay because we can get it next on the next year. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go, and this is just a little piece of information that I found. The legislative hotline. They have an 800 number, right? I don't know how many of you have called it, but they do have an 800 number where you can leave comments, leave messages for your representatives, ask questions. And then here we have pre-filed bills regarding gun control. All right, now it's not as bad as it sounds. I actually looked through these. All right. So we have here, we're on the Washington State Legislature. This is a link that takes us to a list of pre-filed bills. These are bills that are filed before they're due to be introduced, right? Before the legislature even convenes session or anything. Our representatives have been working. The ones that support the Second Amendment, they've been working and working hard. Okay? I believe Scott Johansson posted a couple of these the other day. The first one we have is House Bill 1010, filed December 5th, 2018, regarding forfeited firearms. All right. I'm not super keen on this one myself, but the basic gist of it, and it's all right here on this list, the basic gist of it is it tells the state patrol to spend our tax dollars to safely destroy firearms. I don't like that. The next one we have is House Bill 1021. That one I put in here just for funny. It doesn't concern guns or anything, but making taxpayers less burdened by Inslee's security costs when he's traveling, not on state business. So he wants to go on vacation. Basically, this bill says, taxpayers are not paying for your security. Right? I'm good with that. And then we have one of my favorites. This one does concern guns. House Bill 1022, forbidding the Department of Licensing from keeping copies of applications for or records of firearm purchases. All right. This one was filed it was filed December 6th, pre-filed for introduction. All right, and then again on this list, you just go and click on the little green number, the bill number. Okay, and then down, you scroll down, available documents. You click on original bill, and you get the full text of the proposed bill that our representatives are proposing to the legislature. This is where our representatives need our support. Okay? These are the bills we need to comment on if we want them passed. These are the bills that if we think something might need a little tweaked, we call the sponsors. This particular bill was sponsored by Walsh, Shea, and Blake. Thank you, Representatives Shea, Walsh, and Blake. Thank you. An act relating to prohibiting the creation and maintenance of a database concerning pistol sales or transfers and amending RCW 941-129, 941-090, and 941-110. All right. So, part of the new text in this one is the Department of Licensing shall not keep copies or records of applications to purchase pistols or copies or records of pistol transfers or sales. The Department of Licensing shall eliminate any copies or records of pistol purchase applications or pistol sales or transfers from any databases maintained by the Department of Licensing. Right? So they're standing up for us. They have our backs in this, right? Go through, read the bill. The next one we're going to look at is very, very similar. It's House Bill 1024. So we just go back to our little list. Prohibiting a government database of law-abiding gun owners of legal or law-abiding owners of legal firearms. Okay. This one was pre-filed on December 6th also. Okay. This one, Representative Walsh, Blake, Van Werven, Dent, Kraft, and McCaslin. All right. An act relating to prohibiting a government database of law-abiding owners of legal firearms and amending RCW 941-129. New text involves the Department of Licensing shall not keep copies or records or applications. Yep. It's pretty much the same as the other one with the wording just a little bit different, but wording matters, right? Where the law is concerned, that's all it is. It's words. It's exactly how it's worded. You know, the letter of the law, there's a reason that phrase is is said the way it is. All right. And then House Bill 1038. All right. I just talked about an initiative that was along these lines, right? House Bill 1038 allows school districts to adopt policy authorizing employees to possess firearms on school grounds. All right. So same thing, you go in, you click on original bill, and the only sponsor for this one right now is Representative Walsh. Okay. And it has an entire new section. Section 1 is new. Section 2 is new. New text, never in the law before. Section 3 is new. Section 4 amends RCW 941-280. And I still don't know how to read those codes, but if you go here, you'll see the amendment in this section is they cross out, if the designated crisis responder determines it's appropriate, the designated crisis responder may refer the person to the local behavioral health organization for follow-up services or the Department of Social and Health Services. The Department of Social and Health Services crossed out and added is the Healthcare Authority. That's a little amendment. Another amendment is any permanent employee who is authorized to possess a firearm on school grounds under Section 2 or 3 of this act, right? Gun-free zone signs may be posted around the school, not shall be, but maybe. It's up to the school. This act is new section 5 at the very end. This act is necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, or safety, or support of the state government and its existing public institutions, and takes effect immediately. That means they're calling it an emergency. They're calling it a crisis. They want it effective immediately as soon as it's passed. Right? Protect our kids in the schools. You know, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I know that if one of the Sandy Hook teachers had had a gun, she could have saved her students. She could have saved all of them, not just a few, and she wouldn't have died, right? Anyway, enough sad, right? Enough sad and depressing. We need to be strong about this. You know, it's already happened. It was very sad. We need to keep it in our minds, but we can't get emotional about that because we have to go forward, right? That's how I feel. I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right, so we're going to go back. All right, and then we're going to go to the next link. To comment and give input on a bill, go to Washington State Legislature website. All right, so right here. And that's the page that we were just on. All of those bills that I just read, that's where you're going to comment on them. There's links there to write a comment, contact your legislature, you know, contact your representative, your senator, all of those things, all right? All right, so here, the next one I have is for contacting specific legislatures. It's a list. Right here, agendas, schedules, and calendars. This is where you're going to find, you know, what's on their agenda. Okay? We have Senate weekly meeting schedules and floor schedules. All right, and those are downloadable in PDF files. Bill introductions, both for the House and the Senate. Lists all introductions in the current calendar year. Okay, we want to know what Ferguson is introducing. We want to know exactly what he's up to when he says he's introducing all previous legislation. It's right, it'll be right here. Okay? And then the next one is I'm going to read this link out loud because I don't have the link in front of me. I forgot to copy it. All right, so this link is how to testify at committee. Again, it's on the Washington State Legislature website. The link is leg.wa.gov/pages/testify.aspx. I hope I didn't go too fast. But that's where you get the information about how to testify at committee, how much time you're going to be allowed, what your testimony should contain, how not to duplicate. So we have here the anti-gunners, right? The Alliance for Gun Responsibility. The Alliance for Gun Responsibility, the various other groups. They're big groups, right? They have an entire agenda. Their agenda has been posted on our page time and again. Everybody's sharing link, right? Inside those articles, there are little tiny mini links. You click on it and it takes you to where you can see their agenda. All right. And I actually have a PDF of their published agenda, the Alliance for Gun Responsibility's published 2019 agenda, what they're going to push during 2019. Okay. But from what I looked at today, so far as of 3 o'clock this afternoon, they hadn't filed anything. Right. But we know what they're going to be focused on. And it's almost identical to the city of Seattle's legislative agenda, by the way. They're almost identical. The nonprofit and the city of Seattle city council both have the exact same agenda. So maybe lacking some originality there. Maybe plagiarism. I don't know. To compete with these guys, we need to take action now. These are the action steps you can take. Read their agenda. Compare it to the state legislative agenda and take action. Initiatives to the people. If you're interested in filing an initiative to the people, any registered voter can sponsor an initiative. It does not have to be sponsored by a representative or a senator. It does not have to be sponsored by any government official. Okay? They can be filed starting January 5th. And get this, it only costs $5 to file an initiative. Okay? $5. That's a cup of coffee. If you're worried about how much money it costs to file, okay? It costs a cup of coffee. I'll give up a cup of coffee to pay my filing fee for my initiative. That'll get it on the Secretary of State's website. And people can go and click on it and read it. And then they'll already have the education. They'll already have the information so that when the booklet comes out, they won't be blindsided, right? I found one anti-gun initiative that was filed quite a while ago, back in March, on the website. One single anti-gun initiative. Okay? I'm reaching out to other groups as well as the members of our group. You know, some of you don't feel like you can take much of a stand. You can't attend the protests or you can't travel to testify. What you can do is write your own law. The handbook for writing it is right there. And all you do is you print off a copy of the current law and you go through and you scratch out the things that you don't like. It can be as simple as that. Scratch out the things that you don't like and type up a new section whatever number, and then underline it, right? Not under the new section, but underline little amendments you want to make to certain phrases or whatnot. Tweak the wording. Sometimes that's all it takes. You know, sometimes all it takes is changing 3 or 4 words to change the course of the law. It doesn't have to be huge and complicated, and it costs $5 to file. And then people can go there and see, hey, it's got a petition going. I need to find that petition. And then they'll know when they see us outside Walmart or Winco or wherever we're going to have our petitions at, they'll know. Hey, that was you. Cool. I'm going to sign that right now because I already read it online and I know what it says. Use the tools and the links that I'm going to post. No matter what their stance is, no matter what the senators and the representatives' stance is, they will not be able to ignore a flood of people's initiatives and referenda that come in. Because remember, people's initiatives, they have to read and they have to address by either putting it to the people, voting on it themselves, or drafting a competing bill that goes side by side with it on the ballot in the next election. All right? You think about how many people voted against 1639. 1639 did not win by that much. Like, I mean, in the voting world, it might be a lot, but realistically, it didn't win that by that much. Less than 60%. Less than 60%. Okay? Less than 60% of the people voted for it. It was kind of close, but they want you to think it wasn't that close. They want you to think it won by this huge thing because they want to demoralize us. They want to demoralize the people that support the Second Amendment. They want to demoralize the people that want to follow the Constitution, want our country to be run the way it was meant to be. They want to demoralize us because they don't want to run it that way. They want to run it their way. Okay? Now let's talk about the Alliance for Gun Responsibility for a second. They have lots and lots and lots of money and big corporate supporters and all of that. We have their agenda. We know what they're going for. Write the legislatures ahead of time. Write to them. Email them. Call them. Okay? File your initiatives. Propose referenda. What a referenda does is it recalls or recalls or repeals laws that the legislature passed through previously without giving us a choice on it. But we can't recall or repeal those laws if we don't go in, click on the site, and find them. It all comes down to educating ourselves. You guys okay? Oh. Bye. Sorry, guys. That's what a referenda does. And I'll be going into that some more in another video later. referenda basically says, wait a second, hold on, representatives, senators, hey, we didn't approve that. We didn't have a choice on that. We want to vote on that. So here's what we're doing. We're going to take that law that you just passed and we're going to change it. Okay? We have the right to do that. We have the power to do that. Okay? Also, you can sign up for emails. All right? Email updates for every committee that you choose to be updated on. I did it earlier today. All right, and that's this link here. Nope, that's not the link. Ah, that's the link. Subscriber, not, there we go. All right. Email notifications for the Washington State Legislature, updates to committees, schedules, and other information, or to access, all of that information is here for the public, but they make you dig for it. All right? It doesn't have to be that way. We shouldn't have to dig for that information. Okay, another action step, we talked about it very briefly the other night, that I have a link on, how to recall a public official. Okay? The laws governing that process are, again, on the state legislature website. Specifically, RCW 29A.56.110. That's where the laws start about how to recall a public official. Okay? We're almost done here, guys. You can also sign up for the email schedule and calendars of committee meetings. All right, I didn't have a huge presentation tonight, but these are action steps. Every single one of these links right now, as soon as I sign off, actually, I'm not going to wait till I sign off. Right here, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go on my computer. I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to go to our Facebook page. And I'm going to click Write Something. And I'm going to click Control V. All right? And there's all the links. Everything I just covered, every topic I just covered, and there's so much more information there for you guys. I didn't go into a whole lot of detail about them, and there's some links on there that I didn't talk about tonight, but that's just for the sake of time. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Share this video, copy and paste the link to share it to your personal Facebook page, share it to other Second Amendment groups. Get this information out however necessary. I don't care. But these are the tools for us to win this. Right here. It's all 100% legal. Doesn't mean that they're going to like it. But we never asked if they liked it. They didn't ask us if we liked them taking away our gun rights, did we? They didn't ask us. We don't like that. So here's our response. It's all right here. All right. Make sure that you send an email to Matt Shea. They are looking for people to testify. He posted his email in a comment thread on a post that he shared regarding the Alliance for Gun Responsibilities 2019 agenda. Okay. I think it was the alliances. It might have been the state legislatures, but he posted that there. Contact them via email, Facebook. Matt Shea, Brad Clippert, Representative Walsh, those that sponsored those bills that I read to you earlier, they're the ones that are going to back us. They're the ones that are going to be on our side. All right, guys. So, here it is. Posting. And it's a big post, so please forgive it. I'm going to post it. There it is, right there. And I'm going to go in and mark it as an announcement. So it's going to be pinned to the top of our page. So every time you open our page, there it is. All right, guys. I hope you got a lot of information. It's a lot to digest. Go check it out. Check out the Secretary of State website. Check out the state legislature website. That's where all of our information is, or where it's going to be. Make sure you do that. Sign up for the committee updates. All of it. All right. You guys have a good night, and I will see you on Wednesday, and we're going to dive into taking apart Bob Ferguson, part 3. All right. Have a good night.